Hey Alex, so I meant to get back to you like days ago, and then like I got a shift and time started flying and I just forgot, and I just wanted to point out some stuff real quick. That was weird. Sounded like a deer just hopped behind me or something. All right, so I do not go through corners with my knee down, like, you know, sliding across. Like, I just have never done anything like that, and I don't have the risk assessment, whatever it takes, gene to do that kind of shit. But the FJR kind of made me want to do that. Like when I was riding into corners, I would intentionally speed up and take that corner, and I'd be looking forward to the next corner and then the next corner, and I kind of it was fun. That fucking bike it handled awesome. It handled great. Then I got the Goldwing, right? And the FJR was a step up from that Shadow I've been riding. And it was like a whole new bike. And I said, this is my forever bike. I'm not ever swapping out. This is so beautiful. And then I started watching some videos about Goldwings and people that had tried Goldwings for the first time. And just, it wasn't what they expected. And like, this isn't like a bike for old people anymore. Like since the advent of the 1800 in the early 2000s, like it was now a bike that can almost be called a sports touring bike. Some people do argue that it's that. I don't really care. What I know is that because I don't go over on my knee all the time, the bike corners as well as I corner. It corners as sharp as I want to corner. I've scraped it a couple of times, just a little bit, but at that point when I was scraping it, I was already over where, you know, I never go past that anyway. So I was kind of thinking, you know, let's just give it a shot. Let's see what happens, you know. I know it's got a low center of gravity. You know, it's got a straight six. It's essentially got a car motor, you know, down at the very, very bottom. The gas tank sits down here. So the gas tank is pretty much under where you're sitting at, supposedly. I mean, you know, the thing goes down. The entrance is probably like right in here, and the gas tank supposedly is down here. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what I've heard. It's down lower. But it means that you have a lower center of gravity, you know. So the bike is ultra stable at low speeds. If you know, you think that it's kind of a bitch to get around in parking lots or whatever, it's really not, as long as you know, do a little bit of practicing or whatever. And the 1800, the engine, it's fast. It's not as fast. Don't get me wrong. It's nowhere near as fast as the FJR. The FJR does like the quarter mile like in 11 seconds, and this is like 12.5. So markedly slower, because that is quite a second and a half is quite, at least that's what Google says. I've not really delved into it that much, but I definitely, before I bought it, I looked into the horsepower and stuff, and the amount of horsepower it has, you know, a lot of that is offset by the weight of the bike itself, but it's still an 1800. You know, it's got get up and go, and it's nimble as shit. I never expected it to be as nimble as it was for being that big of a bike. As soon as you get going, like, the weight just is gone. The weight disappears. The bike just is fucking loosey-goosey. And I've gone around some corners. When I first bought it, I took it out to Tahuya. I don't know if you've ever been out that way. Nothing but fucking twisties, just as far as you can see. And I was fucking flying. I put on some music, and I was going pretty fast even for me around those twisties. And that bike never had a problem. It was fluid. It was smooth. It was so satisfying that. I was just blown away. I pulled over, shot a little video, like, holy shit. Went back to ride the FJR a couple of weeks later, and it was the wind noise, the vibration, just the bike felt small. It felt like I was riding a little toy. Like, there was nothing at all that was even comparable to the Goldwing as far as, yeah, comfort, definitely. But just the whole thing is just like, I'm not gonna be able to ride that FJR anymore. And I tried a couple more times, but it wasn't, I couldn't pull it off. And then I went back to the Rebel or the Shadow at one point, and that Shadow was like nothing. It was like riding a fucking tricycle. It was so lightweight and just weird. But yeah, once you get used to the weight of the bike, it really is just fine. You know, you just kind of got to get used to the low speed maneuvering, and then once you get it up and around, like, it's nimble as shit. I highly recommend that you at least try it. Because it is not a slow bike. And in my opinion, it is not for old men. Like, it's a great comfort fucking cruiser that will be surprisingly more agile than I imagine that you've ever imagined it would be. Hey, anyway, we're out here doing some stuff today. Today is empty the pool that nobody uses day. So big waste of time day, but that's what we're doing right now. We put up a little pool for Kathy's daughter last year, and I think she's used it once. But this is the property. This is the house. It's a humble little house. Love the property. Love the house. It's got a shop attached to it, which is really nice. It's got power to it, so it's really fun for detailing and working on cars or whatever, you know. The yard is got a lot of work that needs to be done, but a lot of work that you can't even tell that I've done. But there's all sorts of bullshit in here that had to be cleared out. Yeah, it's nice, and it's really quiet. I love the quiet of it, the privacy, you know. But that's it. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, the FJR. I'm not trying to pretend the Goldwing's some fucking Sportster awesome bike, but it was very much surprising to me after having ridden the FJR for the 4 or 5 months that I had it, to switch to the Goldwing and just be like, wow. Had no idea. I would be interested to see what you thought of it if you ever test drove it. But yeah, you got the nice seat on there, and I get it, and it's not a competition. Don't really give a shit. I was thinking as you as a friend, like, I'd like to introduce this bike to my buddy, see if he'd give it a shot, and see what he thought about it. Don't like it? No problem. No skin off my back. I don't have anything invested in my bike, but I know that I was very much surprised by it, and I think you might be too if you ever do give it a shot. Otherwise, let's fucking hook up sometime. You can give it a test drive, and let me see what that seat of yours feels like. All right, I'll talk to you later, bud. Take care. Oh, here's the rest of the property. There's a lot of bullshit, but we're working on it. All right, take care. Bye-bye.